but you have to set it up. You have to be a storyteller, okay? The best salespeople in our industry or anybody else's industry are good storytellers. True or false? True. I mean, storytelling is the oldest form of communication. Cave people did it on cave walls with pictures. They were telling stories. The Bible is nothing but stories. Great salespeople are great storytellers because it's easy for the customer to understand. Look, I can make the $1,000 a month payment. I just don't want to because I've never had a payment that high. As a matter of fact, Edgar's last payment was $450. Is that a shock? $450 to $1,000. That's a big time shock. So we got to help Edgar rationalize it. Okay? Look, you ain't going to pay $1,000 to drive it. You're going to pay $1,000 to own it, but you're not going to pay $1,000 to drive it. First thing I did was try to convince him to okay with this because 800 of it was for the new vehicle, 200 was for the old vehicle. He didn't bite. So now I have to go over here. I say, look, you write the check. And by the way, all these graphics are in the package I gave you. Okay? So you write the check for $1,000, you send it to the lender. Most people think the lender keeps it all. Lender doesn't keep it all. Here's how it works. What do you think your vehicle is going to be worth in 6 years? By the way, more often than not, I have to back the customer down. Okay? I don't want to make it, well, if you'd have said 40,000, it would have been too good to be true. Now, I will tell you this. This works great on new cars. It's awesome on used cars. Why? Why is it so much better on used cars than old? Because the depreciation's already taken place. True story. I'm working in a Kia store. This is about 6 or 7 years ago. And it's over Christmas. I'm doing some contract work for a dealer friend of mine. And I'm working as a closer. So I go in, there's a couple of attorneys, man and wife. They've never had a $500 a month payment before, and they're balking. They won't close. I go in, I do this, they hook. But a half an hour later, I go back into the customer lounge, and they're back there waiting for F&I. And the guy waves me over. I go, oh boy. He's got a yellow pad of paper. They have taken my formula and applied it to all their installment loans. And the guy looks at me and goes, Steve, our house payment is a negative number based on how it's appreciated. And if you think about it, it's absolutely possible that it would be a negative number. I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, negative number. And the way vehicles have been lately, I mean, when I sit down with the customer, I say, look, it's going to depreciate. It ain't going to depreciate like it did 5 years ago. Isn't that the truth? I mean, between April 21 and April 22, your average used car went up 30%. So if you had a $20,000 Honda Accord in 2021, in 2022 it was a $26,000 Honda Accord. If you had a Chevrolet Spark, it went up 66%. The Hyundai Hybrid Sonata went up 70% in 1 year. So it's a crazy world we live in. But what you need to be prepared for, okay? And these last two things I just showed you will prepare you for customers who are balking at the highest payments they've ever had in their entire lives because prices have never been higher and interest rates haven't been this high since what? 7, 8, 9, 10 years? Mm-hmm. Okay? So there is going to be payment shock. You need to help them rationalize it. All right, any questions? I hereby declare you people enlightened. Okay, it's been a blast. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you. Okay. Good to see you.